Clarity comes with consistency. And today is 45 days straight of posting videos on YouTube. And this is what I want you to realize. You can't overthink your way to clarity. You have to take action. It doesn't matter what your goal is. It doesn't matter what you want to do. If you want to read more books this year, if you want to be a better communicator, if you want to start a YouTube channel, if you want to start coaching and offering services, it doesn't matter what you want to do. You can sit down and write it on paper 11 times, but until you choose to start moving and taking action, that's where the clarity will follow, because you start to learn what you like and what you don't like. You start to find power and authority in your voice. The confidence that I feel on day 45 is drastically different from what I felt on day one. And let me tell you, I started intentionally with starting imperfectly, because I used to battle with perfectionism. If you can resonate with that, you know exactly what I'm saying. The feeling that comes when you are stuck in the realm of perfectionism holds you back so badly. You keep overthinking. You keep trying to re-edit and re-edit and re-edit and rewash and rewash. You don't allow your first thought to be the natural thought, because you're thinking about the judgments that people will probably have for any thought that you have to say. So you want to be a people pleaser and say things that make everybody feel comfortable. All of those things come with people pleasing and perfectionism. All of those things are a battle of the mind, and they're a battle that will hold you back from your destiny, from your purpose, from your intention, from your desires, from your dream. So when I made the decision to just start showing up on YouTube after I had abandoned my channel for well over 9 months, it was, I have to go the path of the least resistance, because I knew myself. I knew that the lighting that I ordered, I didn't want to pull that out and put that into this big old room. Y'all saw it in my first few videos. If you've been here since the beginning, scroll back to the video one. Well, not video one, but like 2 weeks in. I had this big old light that I had invested in. You would think I had a whole photo shoot at a studio. No, in my small 10 by 10 bedroom at my parents' house, I brought a new camera, which I love the camera. It's a DJI Pocket 3. And so y'all heard the rave about it. It works. It's small, it's tiny, it's great. But I just knew for me that I needed less, and I needed to trust my voice. I had to trust my journey. I had to trust my experience. I had to trust what I wanted to talk about. I had to trust myself. All of it came down to trust. I had to shift my mindset to know that whatever I want, I'm worthy and capable of doing, and it's available to me. But what's keeping me back from what I really want? And I had to be okay with starting imperfect, starting messy, starting small, starting as a beginner. I had to get okay with being in the mud, if you will, because when you're starting something from the ground up and, you don't have this big audience, you feel like you're talking out into the backyard and nobody hears you. But then people start to hear you and you're like, okay, let me keep going. But you know what's better than people just hearing you? You being who you are. And you working through, there's work that still comes with this in an interesting way. It's still like self-reflective in a sense, because every single time you come on here to turn the camera on and start talking, you're getting better and better. You're getting further away from that perfectionism. You're getting further away from that shell that you've had yourself in. You're getting further away from like overthinking, and you just settle into this space of, I am enough. Like, I just need this iPhone and my voice, and that's it. And I'm going to keep talking. And the thing is, somewhere along the lines, we started becoming robotic and thought we had to be like everybody else. We thought all of our YouTube channels needed to be the same. We all were starting to invest in these high quality cameras, and that is nobody's calling. I think Instagram did that to us, because the Instagram that I knew back in 2012 that had pictures of my pizza, my random lipstick, my club photos, the sunset that I thought was clear, but it was clearly grainy. Like the Instagram that I grew up on as a millennial, it was completely different from what it is today. Today it's become a mini magazine article. Today it's like, oh, not exchanging phone numbers. Let's exchange Instagrams. It's like this valued level of currency, but the connection doesn't feel like it's there, for me at least. And I want to feel connected. I want to talk to y'all. I want to engage and interact because connections actually make me thrive. So what is the thing that's going to allow me to feel more connected? What is the thing that's going to allow me to start creating the community that I want? What is the thing that's going to allow me to show up and start serving other people and expressing my story and finding people that get me and realize that I'm not alone? This, turning this camera on and talking. I've journaled about who I wanted to be, and I journaled about this channel for a very long time. It'll be 2 years in March since I moved back home to my parents' house at 35. And I spent a good chunk of that time journaling and trying to figure out, who am I? What do I want? What do I want to do? What do I want to become? I'm working a job, but this job isn't a career. My career was retail for over 18 years, but I don't want that anymore. What do I want? And that's when I started aligning my values. Oh, I actually want freedom. I chase it in every single job because retail gave me flexibility with hours. It wasn't consistent. And I thought I needed something that wasn't so strict and consistent to feel more free. I low-key think I have an undiagnosed ADHD, but that's for another day. And I will be getting testing this year. Because as I'm hearing more people talk about it, I guess we'll see. But anyhow, I started attaching how I wanted to feel, unpacking it, and started flowing within like those feelings and flowing within like working towards making that my reality, right? So I don't exactly even remember where I was like really going with all of that, but to the point of taking action, consistency, clarity, and action. Oh my God, that's like the winning formula for you. That's the winning formula. I don't know what your goals are. I don't know what your dreams and your desires are, but when I would sit there and envision myself, I see myself on like Good Morning America. And this is my little secret. I love Chip and Joanna Gaines. I love their network so much. I watch so many of their shows. I have the Discovery subscription and I love their form of storytelling. I loved how my favorite is the Beach House or Beach Cottage Chronicles. I know I'm telling on myself, but I would watch that and I love how they told the stories through each room and panned the camera over and the connection of the story, because this woman got the house when her partner was then alive and they knew they wanted their dream home out of the city and they got a house by the water. But unfortunately, he ended up going through breast or cancer, so he wasn't able to experience it because he lost his fight. And they still raised their kids in that house anyways. I love the way story connects us. I love with video how you can feel. And I realized that because I'm one that I'm comfortable in front of a camera, but it was the perfectionism and overthinking that would get me. And as someone becoming a therapist, I even overthought that. When I finally made the decision and pivot almost 2 years ago to go back to grad school after being gone for what felt like a really long time, I was like, all the therapists I see online, I'm scrolling on Insta, everyone comes off a certain type of way, obviously well performed and perfected in their craft, right? And we're not going to take to every therapist. If you've ever had a therapist, some you outgrew or some just didn't align. And some you had that one appointment, that consultation, and you didn't go back, okay? I've been in therapy for about 8 years, so I've had a variation, never a bad one, and I'm grateful for that. But just like with anything else, I shop around, if that makes sense. And I think we should treat that, take that same mentality with everything else we do and treat ourselves as though we don't always have to take the first option that's handed to us. So just like with therapy, I would look online and obviously, these are women I admire that have been well into their practice for over 10 years and writing books and certain things like that. And they just had like a certain like je ne sais quoi and a certain demeanor to them. And I'm like, but I am a silly, goofy, quirky girl, very empathetic. I'm an empath where I can feel people's emotions very easily, very transferably. And I'm a woman for the people. I don't know how else to put that. Anyone that has known me for a very long time, even from this small city, they know I'm a woman for the people. And so stepping into this new role that feels very traditional when you're a woman trying to break free from traditions that you followed because you've played it safe or you've done what everyone else told you should do for a really long time. And someone that has been like dying to color outside of the lines because you've always colored in the lines so perfectly and so well. As a woman that wants to step outside of that box and has been purposely working to step outside that box to just allow myself to not feel boxed, but to be who I am, I have had to give myself, like I tell you, give myself permission to show up as I am. Give myself permission to embrace who I am. My laugh, my quirkiness, my sarcasm, my dry humor, all of it, because that's what makes me me. And when I can live the rest of my life in my most authentic skin as my most true self, I am showing myself that you are worthy, you are capable, you are loved, you are worth it, you are it. Like the way that you were made, one of one, okay? That's what the girls be doing. This is my nieces be doing. One of one, okay? I'm an honor 12. So anyways, all that to say, day 46, the level of clarity I have gotten from 46 days, the amount of tears I have shed in 46 days, the amount of aha moments and wins and pushing through to my commitment, right? Not in a way of abandoning myself, but in a way of integrity to stay in alignment with my commitment to showing up on here. The amount of days that I literally got on here and press record and did not know what I was about to talk about 5 minutes before this video. The amount of days where I tried scripting twice and I realized it's not for me, but Renee, lean into your story. The amount of days that when I questioned my story at first, because I am a woman that lost a baby 36 weeks, almost 9 years ago next month. I'm a woman that battled breast cancer. I'm a woman with failed relationships. I started this camera going through a breakup from the person that, quite frankly, thought was the love of my life. And still greatly love that person. Greatly love that person. I'm a woman that is coming on here in real time, navigating like me figuring it out. I, as a struggling perfectionist, am a woman coming on here in the most imperfect way. I am 35. I don't own the house. I don't have the white picket fence. I don't have the family. I got eggs in the bank. And I have gone through or experienced a layoff more than I would like to admit. And so as a woman that truly was starting over from everything and figuring it out, and then not only just like the reality of life shattering, but then like the internal shatters of all the brokenness that I carried inside of myself with people pleasing and self-abandoning and trauma and having to do real shadow work in real time, because I'm a woman that desires to always be in relationship and in tune with herself and know herself and work on improving herself, because I want to live the most joyful bomb life possible. I legit was about to say bomb ass life. Keeping it real. As a woman starting to just keep it real, when she's been a woman that has code switched for so long and a chameleon that has flowed in different rooms for so long, as a woman that's becoming a therapist and wants to hold space for other people, day 45 today. Day 45. The clarity, oh my God. If y'all are here for this, first of all, thank you. Like, your comments, your words mean everything to me. I appreciate them. I reply to them. I'm excited for what's to come, because who knows where the Lord is going to take us. But I know that this is literally, quite literally, just the beginning. And I know what God has called me to do. I have more clarity about it now that I've been moving and not staying stuck and stagnant. And I'm basically saying this to give you the push, give you the urge, give you the nudge, give you the unction, I want to be your cheerleader, and I want you to see whatever you want for you is possible for you. It doesn't matter what your environment looks like. If it's chaotic, right? If it's a little, you keep dreaming outside of your reality, as you should, because we got to hold on to the vision. We got to hold on to what we can see in our vision, what we can't see in reality, but what others really can't see. We got to hold on to the thoughts here of who we know we're called to be and what we know we're capable of doing, and start giving ourselves permission to live in the truth of that. I keep saying layered honesty. That's a term I believe I've coined at this point, where you write something down once, but then write it down again. And you keep stripping it back layer by layer to actually get to the truth of what it is that you really want, say, feel, mean, and want to do. Because 9 times out of 10, the first thought isn't the most honest thought if you haven't done that work to give yourself permission. So as we're on this journey, I want to do something fun for day 50 next week. Tell me your thoughts or suggestions. Like, what should I do? I'm thinking maybe to go live. I haven't gone live. I think I finally got the ability to go live now. I'm excited. This space is definitely for the woman that is healing, that is choosing herself, giving herself permission, and creating a life that she actually loves. Permission to want more, permission to be more, permission to do more, even outside of her current reality, no matter what that looks like. I see some big things for us in the future. Oh my goodness. I'm excited. I love community. I love that you guys are here, that you even watched this today. I'm so grateful and appreciative. And I can't wait to keep going. So this is me calling you out to higher, to more, and calling you to start whatever it is that you're supposed to start. Start it today. Start it now. Just do it. All right, y'all. Until the next video, day 46. Y'all take care, and we'll talk soon. Peace out.